stories without a warning. A beautiful wife whose eyes glisten in the sun. Yeah, she's a lot of fun, but works damn harder than anyone. His best friend Chris told a story a while back about this cowboy's hat. Down here at the Homemade Ranch. Down here at the Homemade Ranch. He says, do what you love and love what you do, 'cause love will return to you. Never give up, say the fight, wear that hat with pride. You only need 3 things to succeed. A lot of try, a lot of heart and guts. A lot of try, a lot of heart and guts. His grandson Lefty has rodeo winning in the blood. Bucking broncs and hanging tough. He's on his way to winning the world. But in the meantime, he's won pretty girls. Do what you love and love what you do, 'cause love will return to you. Never give up, stay the fight, wear that hat with pride. You only need 3 things to succeed. A lot of try, a lot of heart and guts. A lot of try, a lot of heart and guts. I met John through my cousin G. She found beauty in roping from her daddy. One ride, she lost her thumb, but cowgirl strong, she keeps going on. And if you ask her, she'll tell you she's got another one. Down here at the Homemade Ranch. Down here at the Homemade Ranch. He says, do what you love and love what you do, 'cause love will return to you. Never give up, stay the fight, wear that hat with pride. You only need 3 things to succeed. A lot of try, a lot of heart and guts. A lot of try, a lot of heart and guts. A lot of try, a lot of heart and guts. A lot of try, a lot of heart and guts. A lot of try, a lot of heart and guts.
Hey y'all, welcome to Let Go in Live Music. It is Sunday. I'm really excited that we're all hanging out today. We're going to have an awesome special guest, Chris Gales, who I've had the pleasure of playing with in person, and he plays down on Beale Street in Memphis. So it's pretty cool. We're both playing out here in Tennessee. We've had some really awesome guests on the show. We've had Hillary Marie, who was our launch show guest. And she is from Amarillo, Texas. She shared a lot of awesome stuff with us. And then we had Carrie Long, who also, she's from California, and I'm a California native. And she came on the show, and she shared so much positivity, so much strength with us. And there's just so much cool, awesome stuff going on. So I'm really excited because in the next couple weeks, we're also going to be doing a holiday show. And that show is going to consist of a ton of people coming on the show and just playing some jams. So I'm really excited because we're just going to have basically nonstop music the entire show. We will still be featuring your prayers. It's going to be really awesome to kick off the holiday season. So thank you for being in here. Thanks for sharing with your followers. Thanks for liking the show. It's so awesome. I've been having a lot of fun with this. If you didn't know, the reason why I started this show was because when I made my album, it was in memory of my grandfather, and that start of the process happened kind of during the holiday season, and it was the first holidays without my grandpa, and I felt really lonely. And live streaming was a big part of my life. It just started to change my life because I started live streaming when my grandpa passed away, and I found friends online, and I found people who were playing music, and I started playing music, and it was really kind of a game changer for me. So this show is kind of a way for me to kind of hopefully give that to somebody else that might be going through something similar or just feels lonely and just wants to watch a show, or not, even if you're just having a great holiday and you just want to tune in and see some cool music and some talent. That's what this show is for. We're going to feature prayers, lighthearted prayers, and maybe some more heavier prayers. It doesn't really matter what kinds you want to send in. Another thing is we're going to have a really awesome special guest next week, and you're not going to want to miss it because we have a mime that's coming on the show. That's right. You just heard that. A mime. One Purpose Mime is going to be featured next week on the show, and I couldn't be more excited to have him on. He has been so amazing. If you have seen any of his lives, you can look him up, and it's number One Purpose Mime. He's going to be on the show next week. So, but today we have Chris Gales. I'm super excited. We can start off our show with the featured quote of the day, which I wanted to put on here because I think it's awesome. So it says, "Keep your face always toward the sunshine, and shadows will fall behind you." I love this quote so much because I was told once a while ago, if you focus on positivity, negativity will starve itself to death. And I think that this quote is pretty much the same idea as that. And I wanted to share it because I feel like sometimes when something negative or perceivingly negative can happen in our lives, we might kind of fall down the negative thought process and kind of let it catapult and then spiral on itself. And so instead of that, when we just focus on the next positive thing that we can do, think, say, I feel like all that negativity will just go away. It just, there's always some kind of good in something. So I wanted to share that with y'all. I'm going to play a song. We're going to have Chris come on here in a couple minutes. If you want to share to your followers, that would be awesome. I'd really appreciate it. I'm excited that you guys are here with me, and I'm going to open up with a song. Dun, 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 dun. No, I'm just kidding. Yay. I can't stand the sound of glass things breaking. I can't stand the sound of my mama crying. Oh, please stop crying now, now. Sirens fluttering down, and the only thing there for me is to plug in this headphone. I need to hear Whitney's voice to drown out all this. I need a friend who will stick by me until the end. Oh, 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 on the other side, radio. I can't recall a time wasn't all this fighting. Who's right, who's wrong, what religion wins tonight? There's a battle we will all have to face. Oh, right now, with all this pain. I need an escape. So I'm gonna plug in this headphone jack. I need to hear Ronnie Van Zant's voice to drown out all. 'Cause I need a friend who will stick by me until the end. Oh, on the other side. Radio. Stand tall. Know that I can hear you crying. Sing a song. Stand tall. Know that I can hear you crying. Sing a song. We can plug in this headphone and you can hear my own voice to drown out all this. 'Cause you got a friend who will stick by you until the end. Oh, on the other side. Radio. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being in here. If you have just joined, welcome to Let Go on Live Music. I'm so excited to share this show with you guys. It's been really fun, and I've had some really cool friends of mine come on and hang out with us, so it's just been really, really awesome. Thank you for hanging out. That was an original song called The Other Side of the Radio. I'm awake. Don't worry. I'm drinking my coffee. All right, we are going to head to the first prayer that we have sent in to us here at our Yay. Cassandra sent in and she said she has ovarian cancer, Sandy Snodgrass, and has had multiple surgeries and chemo, but it has spread now and there isn't much they can do. She's worked with my mom as a nurse. I'm definitely going to be keeping that in my prayers. Miss Sandy, our prayers are out to you. Thanks for sending us in a prayer request, Cassandra. And thanks so much for being vulnerable and talking about something like that. That is a very sad story. My dad's wife has cancer as well, and I know it's been weighing on the family and stuff. So we're going to definitely keep that in our prayers. But thank you again for sending it in. We have Emily. My friend Emily was down in South Carolina just like me, and she sent us in a prayer request about the storm that hit South Carolina. I know it was in Asheville as well, North Carolina. She said, we hit the snowstorm in South Carolina and are trying to safely navigate through the winter weather and ice to make it back to Nashville. Yes, and I hope they are supposed to be getting here in 2 hours now. So we're going to be praying that you guys get home safe. They're fellow musicians out here in Nashville, and I was just down in South Carolina last night, and so we came back, and it was raining the whole entire trip, but luckily it wasn't the snowstorm because in Asheville, North Carolina, where Hope lives, and I know a lot of you follow her on Periscope, she doesn't have power right now, so she can't charge her phone or anything, which, if you can imagine, a snowstorm has hit you, and then now you don't have the heating in your house. So our prayers are also going to Hope with her snowstorm as well, and also out to Emily and the band coming back to Nashville. Thanks for sending us in a prayer. We have another from Jeepies. Hi, Allie. Here's my subject of prayer of the week. It's nothing specific. It's all about gratitude. Since I became conscious of the power of gratitude have on my life, my happiness, I try hard to put it in my everyday life. It takes 2 minutes to be grateful about simple things that we got in our life, like breathing, having access to water easily, living in a warm and dry house, being loved and loving others, being healthy. There is so much to be grateful about. What about having a chat with our higher power about positive things? We never know what could happen doing so. Thank you. Jeepies. That's an interesting prayer of the week, considering the start to this show was kind of about positivity and how do we focus on positive things in seemingly negative circumstances. You know, the first prayer, when you have somebody that you love and that has been a big part of your life going through cancer or sickness, it's seemingly bad. How do you focus on positive when you feel like your life might be in the grips of such a negative impact in your life? And the one thing I can say is when my grandpa got sick, what I tried to do was focus on how I could be useful to him and not how it was affecting me, because I couldn't imagine what he was going through with his own battles of his health. And so I didn't want to put my own insecurities on him about the situation. So I always tried to make sure that he was taken care of, that his needs, the next, whatever he needed next was going to be taken care of. So I just wanted to share that as well. We do have another prayer from our very own Earl. I pray that everyone traveling over the Christmas holidays and New Year's has a safe journey to their destinations. May you find peace, love, and joy with your families and friends. Always make as many memories and enjoy your time to the fullest this season. That's such a good prayer. And it does kind of coincide with some of the other prayers about the weather going on, with Emily and the band trying to get back to Nashville from South Carolina in the midst of a snowstorm. Apparently, they had just left Greenville, which actually just had a basically shutdown of the roads. So it was kind of spiritual in nature that they got out of there right when they did, because if they hadn't have left when they did, they would have been stuck. So I think that's crazy as well. But definitely we're going to be praying that everybody travels safely through the holidays, because so many people are going to see their loved ones and their family, and they don't live in the same area. I'm one of them. I will be leaving next week as well. So we had some comments also I wanted to see on here. I see a couple people say, Biblical Message says they love my hat. Thank you. You don't want to see what's under this hat, I promise. Marina has commented, I think, on Facebook, and she says, "Hi, Alley Cat. So happy for you. You are living the dream. You are a miracle. Love you." Love you too. Thanks for commenting and being in here. GP says, "You inspired me that way to have gratitude." Thank you so much. I don't think I have original thoughts when it comes to these things. I think I just have learned stuff through experience, like we all do, and then I hope to share some of those things with you guys, and then you share things with me, and it's a never-ending cycle of support and love and solution. So I'm just grateful that we get to all share in these types of things. Life would be nothing without the love that you have with other people, honestly. So that's another thing, you know, I know right now everybody keeps bringing up presents and it's that time of year, but the best present, the best gifts are always free. That's how I see it. Giving your time to somebody is the most valuable thing that you could possibly do. I'm going to sing actually a cover song today, which I usually just sing original songs on this broadcast, but today I feel I want to sing a cover song before we have Chris Gales come and join us on this broadcast. So if you wouldn't mind, I'm going to sing this, and then we're going to have Chris come on, if he's ready to come on. Man down, the iPad has left the building. I keep fighting voices in my mind, say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know. You say I am loved when I can't feel a things. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short. When I don't belong, you say I am yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe the only thing that matters now is everything you think of me. In you I find my worth, in you I find my identity. Oh, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short. When I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe. I just want to take this time to be able to reiterate the prayer that's going out to Sandy and my friend Cassandra that sent us in a pretty heavy prayer request. And we're praying that you have a speedy recovery and that you can feel the warmth from God and that you'll take that into your life. Taking all I have and now I'm laying it at your feet. You have every failure, God, you have every victory. Oh, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short. When I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe, oh, I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe. Yay, Chris is going to come on and hang out with us, so I'm really excited. Let's invite Chris on to the show. What's up, Chris Gale? How are you? I can't hear you, but are you there?
I'm doing fine. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. How's everything been going?
It's been going. Staying busy.
Yeah, man, I see that. That's awesome. I really enjoyed hanging out with you when I went through Memphis. Thanks so much for letting us stop in. That was so cool.
Yeah, that was a treat. You walked off without your fudge.
I know, I'm a little sad. We had to get here by a certain time, which was really kind of pushing it, but next time I'll come and get the fudge.
Okay.
So what's up with you? First of all, thanks for coming on here and being a part of this, but what's up with you? How's everything going with your music? Is there anything new and exciting with your music that we need to know?
No, just playing, doing some recording, trying to learn a new recording piece of software, and just staying busy with all of that. And Twitch,
awesome.
Adding Twitch to my repertoire.
Which venue are you at down there?
I'm in my house.
Well, I know, but when you play on Beale Street, where are you playing?
I play at King Jerry Lawler's Hall of Fame Bar and Grill.
Nice.
World famous Beale Street. And I do a couple other shows around town. But
right?
Yeah, come on.
Heck yeah. All right, nice. Well, what do you got for us? Are you going to sing us a song? You want to share any stories? Or?
Whatever you want, Allie.
It's up to
I
you.
came unprepared.
I'm so blessed that you're here. I know I love what you do. I love your sound. I love your music. You're so talented, but you're also just your spirit is so giving, and I don't know. You just have a really good vibe about you. So I just love you, and I hope you know that.
Thank you.
But
Thank you much. There's a little delay there going on. Let's try again. Take it from the word of love. Oh, we can try, we can try, we can try. I'm staying here and I'm never letting go. I know that sometimes it will be tough. Working through it is part of the game. We will survive, we will survive, we will survive. Now that's the object of this game. Called love. Forget the rest of the world, focus on us. Building our love, our happiness, and our trust. I love you and you love me. That is what it is, but so much more it could be. So what do you say to the idea of us? Just try again. Oh, just try again. Yeah, let's just try again. Take it from the word of love. Hello. Oh, we can try, we can try, we can try. I'm staying here and I'm never letting go. I know that sometimes it will be tough. Working through it is part of the game. We will survive, we will survive, we will survive. Now that's the object of this game called love. Forget the rest of the world, focus on us. Building our love, our happiness, and our trust. I love you and you love me. That is what it is, but so much more it could be. Yeah. So what do you say to the idea of us? Just try again. Oh, just try again. We can try, we can try, we can try. We will survive, we will survive, we will survive. Oh, let's try again. And again. One more time. This game called.
Ow, ow! Yeah, now that's some guitar picking right there. I
Well,
got
thank you, ma'am.
aspiration. Yeah,
You'll get
definitely.
there.
How long have you been playing guitar?
I've been playing guitar for 30 years this past April. I started when I was
Man,
16 years
got
old.
like 25
1988.
more years to go.
Shh. Making me feel old this morning.
All right, I put a little link down there too for your PayPal. I think it's paypal.me/KidsCG. Is that right?
That's right. That's right.
Nice. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure I got the right one before we kept going because
Yeah.
I did put a little comment down there.
Well, thank you,
So
man.
if you guys feel like you want to help out his cause, you could go to his virtual tip jar and give him some love in his tip jug.
Loving a tip jug is a good thing.
It's always nice. I know.
So how's it
Well-
going for you in Nashville?
It's going good. I love it here.
Yeah?
I love Memphis too. I thought that was fun coming down on Beale Street. It's pretty similar, but I don't know how it gets down there at nighttime. But
Crazy.
it gets pretty crazy out here.
Yeah.
So it could get crazy. Everybody does a holler and swaller. Do you do that down there?
No, I'll come in through the back door, play my set, door, and go on home. Go back to the country.
Yeah, where do you live?
I actually live in South Mississippi. It's about 15 minutes south of Beale Street.
This is what I was laughing about yesterday because I'm from California. You drive 8 hours, you're going to still be in California.
Yeah?
But in the South, it's like you can go through 3 states in the snap of a finger.
4.
Yeah, it is the funny thing. People are like, "Oh, I gotta go to Kentucky tomorrow," like it's a city or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
So funny. Are you doing anything special for the holidays, Chris?
No, just hanging with the family. Just taking it easy, hanging with the family. In fact, this entire year, I've pretty much taken it easier than I have the previous years. Ordinarily, I do close to 500 shows a year. This year, I didn't really push anything, and I just tried to take it easy. It's the first time in 8 years that I've not played, pretty much 7 days a week, up to 12 hours a day.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit about that because I've had some vocal fatigue just from playing so much. And I was like, this is why I need to be able to do some more picking on the dang guitar.
Yeah. Yeah. When I was in the middle of that song, I realized, man, I don't have an abridged version of this. I have only my live version of this. And I think I kept going in and out. Yeah. Well, there you go. But I only have my live version of this. And my live versions, I increased the length of the guitar solos so that I won't have to be singing so constantly. And I'm a guitarist first, singer. If I could get away without singing at all, I would do that. I just like to play guitar. So
Funny.
But I love to entertain and to be up there on stage.
It's funny because technically I'm supposedly a singer first, but it's like sometimes I'm like, I don't really know what I am. I just love it so much. I don't know that it's like I never claimed to be any good. I just love it.
Mm-hmm.
So I do what I do.
Yeah.
But
just do what you do.
That's it. So what you got, Chris? Do you got another song you want to play?
Yeah, I have one more. I have another one. Or however many more do you need?
Oh.
This is a favorite of my viewers on Periscope. Periscope and Twitch. In fact, had a bunch of viewers send me videos of themselves dancing to this song, and
Nice.
I pieced them together, spliced them together, and I play it. I play it on Periscope and Twitch while I'm performing the song live for the audience in the bar. And there's a fire extinguisher on the wall, and when I'm looking at that fire extinguisher, it's the perfect position to make it look like I'm watching who's ever dancing on the other side of the screen with me. And the people out there in the audience sometimes be saying, "What is he doing?" But this is a song called "You." You, you sweet fine woman, you. Yes, I'd like to get to know you. Maybe it's all about you. Yes, you. Please, girl, tell me what I need to do so that I can get close to you. See, I'm just dying to be next to you. Look at you sitting there, looking so damn good. Holding in my arms, I wish that I could. Take me to that place you like to hide. Oh, yes. And I won't disappoint you if you let me inside. Now we're just a few feet apart. I hope you're digging the song. Oh, it's coming straight from the heart. Now oh girl, I can see what's on your mind. Oh, you bad, bad girl, you. You know I can see it in your eyes. Just look at you sitting there, you know you're looking so damn good. Oh, yes you are. Hold you in my arms, I wish that I could. Oh, for just a little while, oh, please go, yes. Take me to that place you like to hide. Oh, yeah, yeah. And I won't disappoint you if you let me inside. Guitar. Look at you sitting there, looking so damn good. Oh, you know you are, yeah. Hold you in my arms, I wish that I could. Oh, for just a little while. Please, please, girl, take me to that place you like to hide. Oh, yeah. And I won't disappoint you if you let me inside. You, oh, you sweet fine woman, you.
You know I like to get to know you. What I wanna make is all about you. Yeah. Yes, you. Please, sweet girl, tell me what I need to do. Whoa, so that I can get close to you. See, I'm just dying to be next to you, yeah. Yes, you.
Was that an original song, Chris?
Both songs were original, yes.
Oh, snap.
Oh,
Heck
snap.
yeah, coming up here doing your own songs with some crazy guitar picking. Dang, I'm impressed. I'm so
Well, thank
grateful. Do you do anything for yourself besides the music that helps you with like staying positive in your life or, just anything like that?
Hanging with the kiddos. The other night, I'm still on cloud nine. The other night we went on the train to Christmas Town. We rode a train, drank hot chocolate, and looked at Christmas lights, and got visited by Santa Claus. And
How old are
I'm still
they?
on cloud nine with it. My daughter's 13, and my son, he is 8. And I have another son, he is 29. My stepson, and I have a granddaughter. She is 2, 3.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, congratulations. That's so awesome. I know that you've been inspiring to people. I've seen some of your posts and everything as well. Like you're always like in the gym working hard and playing music. And I'm like, man, and then you have a family and there could be a lot going on. So it's nice to do that stuff and be able to be happy and live your life.
Yeah. The gym thing came about in 2017, my birthday. The day after my birthday, I signed up to work with some personal trainers, and because my daughter, she's 13, I have a wedding to go to. I want to be there to walk her down the aisle. So.
Amen. That's so awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. So you guys have been looking at Christmas lights.
Mm-hmm. I love Christmas.
Do you take pictures with Santa, or what's up with that?
Well, I took one picture with Santa the other night. I had on a ski mask. He saw me with it on, and he said, "Oh, let's take one with it on." Okay. Took a picture with Santa with a ski mask, but yeah.
That's awesome. How's it going on Beale Street? Is there any like big old Christmas tree in the middle of anything, or what?
No. They put up some little Christmas lights hanging from the light poles, but there's no big huge deal. Some of the venues decorate.
Yeah. Oh well, that's still nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know how I end up like every time I'm walking around downtown places that I've never been, I'll end up finding the biggest Christmas tree in the city, and then I'm like, well, here it is.
Right. I've been meaning to go over to the Bass Pro Shops and see what their Christmas is like. I'm pretty sure it's pretty spectacular.
I've never seen one there, so I don't know.
Yeah, come on down over to the pyramid. It's in a huge pyramid here in Memphis.
Do you fish too?
I fish. I grew up fishing. I grew up in the country. Grew up in Nesbitt, Mississippi, the home of Jerry Lee Lewis. I'd walk across the street and go fishing every morning.
Oh my, that is so awesome. I've only fished a couple times. Like, I don't know if you know that song, Live Like You Were Dying by Tim McGraw, but in that song, he says, I went, fishing 3 times that year I lost my dad. And it's so interesting because I really never fished my whole life. And then when my grandpa passed away, I went fishing 3 times that year. I'm like, what's up with that? It's a 3 times a year thing. But I did find a lot of kind of serenity just out there fishing.
Right.
I felt peaceful.
Hey, you being in Nashville, you better not tell too many people you don't fish. They might kick you out.
I mean,
they might kick you out of the state of Tennessee.
It's funny because I actually enjoy it. Like I said, I feel like it feels, I don't know, comfortable or like serenity when you're out there just trying to wait for a fish to bite. So I have asked some people like, hey, you want to take me fishing? But I don't know.
It's a time. it's a time for reflection. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, if you want, I mean, we have time for another song if you want to do one more. If not, it's up to you. So, what you got for us? You got anything cooking?
How about that?
That sounds. Yeah. I like them. Those right.
I know that's one of your favorites there.
Yeah.
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting in the evening come, oh, watching the ships roll in, and then I watch them roll away again. Now I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, gonna watch the tide roll away. Ooh, yes, I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Left my home in Georgia, and I headed for the Crystal Bay. Oh, you see, cause I had nothing to live for, and it looked like nothing was gonna come my way. Now I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, gonna watch the tide roll away. Ooh, yes, I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Looks like nothing's on. Everything, you know, still remains the same. If I can do what 10 people tell me to do, oh no, then I guess I'll remain the same, Sitting resting my bones. And the loneliness won't leave me alone. 10,000 miles I have roamed, oh, just to make this back my home. Now I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, gonna watch the tide roll away. Ooh, yes, I'm on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything, you know, still remains the same. If I can do what 10 people tell me to do, yeah, you know, I guess I'll remain the same. Sitting resting my bones, and this loneliness won't leave me alone. 10,000 miles I have roamed, oh, just to make this dock my home. Now I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, gonna watch the tide roll away. Ooh, yes, I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time.
There's some kind of whistle technique you got to be able to do in order to pull that off. I was already prematurely whistling in the second verse. I was like, I can't wait.
Yeah.
But do you have any tips for the whistle part? Because sometimes when I I don't like trying it in the microphone because it blows so much air. It makes such a lot. are you like sucking the air through like the opposite way than blowing out your whistle, or no?
I don't know. I never analyzed it. I just just whistle. And you got to do the lean thing to have the fade effect, you know. And it's probably
Yeah.
gonna work very well here. But if you're in the car, you go like going from PA to no PA, you know. So.
Using some mic proximity techniques right here, guys. That's awesome. Giving us tips and everything. Loving it. That's one of my favorite songs. I really love that song so much. I did have a question. Do you have any spiritual beliefs?
Any spiritual beliefs?
Yeah.
I grew up
Like,
in the Christian. I grew up in the Church of God in Christ. I'm sorry, you're taking up there.
I asked if you have any spiritual practices that you utilize in your life.
Well, pretty much every day. I don't broadcast my spiritual beliefs. I don't broadcast because so many Christians get to be overbearing, and
Yeah.
and when I'm moved to say something. When I move to say something, people usually listen because it's very seldom I say anything out loud like that. And that's why I stay pretty quiet about the day-to-day things and all of that, just so that when I do have something to say, it needs to be said and it'll be more than likely listened to, because it's not, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, I definitely understand that too. And that's why, the reason why I asked is because I definitely wanted to just let people know too that even though I do this show and it says like prayer requests, that it's not a religious show. Like, I welcome all kinds of people, all kinds of faiths, all kinds of practices. And it's more just about letting go of like fear and anger or resentment, or, you know, just like day-to-day struggles that you might have, like when you're on the freeway and someone cuts you off, how to let it go instead of like react, you know, things like that. And then just practice, you know, for me, music is such like a meditation, you know, just like you can't help but be in the note that you're in the song. I mean, you might be anticipating the next note, all that, but you know, like you're in it. And so I love that about music, and I just feel like it's so healing, you know? So I definitely didn't mean to make it seem like I was asking about a religion necessarily, but more about like what kinds of things. Like, I know you talked about, like, you know, you exercise and you love hanging out with your family, and I think all of those things are positive things that we can do that keep us in the positive mindset. So
usually, like if you watch the hashtags on my scopes, usually when we'll use the hashtag love or use the hashtag good vibes or something like that. It's usually when I'm in one of those moods where I'm feeling the need to give, but I don't want to scare some people off, because some people, when they hear something like that, of that nature, they'll actually go the other way, you know.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying. So I try to be as subtle as possible, but be as powerful as possible in what I'm doing, what you're seeing, what you're feeling. Yeah.
That's awesome.
If you get what I'm saying.
Do you have a favorite song ever, like one that you just, your whole life was your favorite, or do you just love a lot of different ones?
David Sanborn, The Dream. It's an instrumental song by the sax player, David Sanborn. It's called The Dream, and that song is a recurring song. Also, the guitar solo and Comfortably Numb is a recurring thing for me too. I love that guitar solo in that song from the Delicate Sound of Thunder album.
That's awesome. Is that kind of what inspired you to start learning guitar?
No, I just always had a love for guitar when I was a little boy. When I was 4 or 5 years old. I throw up a picture sometime of me getting my first guitar, my dad tuning it. I ran in there on Christmas morning, and Mom snapped a picture of me having Dad tune my guitar for me. I've always loved the guitar. Always loved music. My dad was a gospel disc jockey, and he was also a gospel singer. My mom, she sang also. I've always just had a love of music. Crazy love of music. Ridiculous.
That's awesome. I love music too. It's awesome. It gets you in there, and you just feel it. It's such a way to unify with other people. I love it.
Right.
No matter where you're from,
And,
where you live. It's so cool.
yeah, it's a universal language. It definitely is. It's universal.
It brings so much happiness to people. And it's so funny because I love sad songs. Like, I love them. Like, the sadder the song, sometimes I'm like, oh, this is so good. And isn't that weird? It's like the sadder the song is, the happier I feel.
No, not at all. Not at all. A melancholy kind of person. But a lot of people, they will equate a slow song with a sad song. It's like you play a song like Wonderful Tonight, and you'll hear somebody say, oh, we don't want to hear a sad song. I said, how is this a sad song? He's
like,
telling them how it's so.
Song. It's a feel song.
Yeah, it's a feel song. That's it. It's a feel. You like feel songs. That's what you like.
Yeah, that's true.
You like feel songs.
Yeah, you're right. I do. I think I do like the feeling. The more feeling you got in the song, I think the more I like it.
Yeah.
Got to get that soul in there.
You ever listen to Ben Harper?
Who is it?
Ben Harper.
I don't know. Maybe.
Check out Ben Harper. He has a song called Forever, and he has a song called By My Side. Those are two wonderful songs. I think really
Ben
good.
Harper. Yeah, actually, I think I have heard, but I will definitely. I'm putting a note in, so we'll be hooking it up. That'll be fun. Well,
yeah.
Well, I'm so grateful you were on the show today, Chris. Thanks for blessing us with your talents and hanging out, sharing some cool stuff that you like to do. Your Christmas light experience. Santa and your crazy mask.
Hijacking Santa.
I know, that's awesome. I love it. I actually had that experience because I had to go play downtown, and it was the day of the parade. And this big Santa was outside, and I waved at him, and he came inside, and I was like, come up here. I love you, Santa.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did he sing with you?
No, he just took a selfie, but it was good.
Yeah.
Get his dance moves with his belly,
Uh-huh.
Love it. Well, thanks again, Chris. It's been so fun, and I hope to see you soon. I'm going to tell you if I come down to Memphis, we got to jam.
Please do.
I'm practicing on my guitar picking, so one of these days.
Come on, teach me something new.
Oh, man, I don't know about that, but...
You never know. You never know. You can learn something new. Yeah. I can learn from you.
That's a good point. Well, thanks again. I hope you have a great day. We'll be keeping in touch.
Okay. Thank you. You take care, Allie.
All right, y'all. It's been an episode of Let Go and Live Music. Thank you so much for tuning in. It was so fun to have Chris on the show. I just adore him. I think he's so talented. So I love having him a part of the show. Also, thanks for sharing and hanging out. If you have prayer requests for next week, feel free to send them to letgoandlivemusic@gmail.com. I know that my prayers are different all the time. So if you have a prayer every week and it's something different or something the same, it's all welcome, no matter what it is. So please feel free to tune in and share with your friends. I can't wait till next week because we have a mime coming on, and he is a dancer. He's from Georgia. He's pretty well known, and he rocks it. So you guys definitely won't want to miss that show. And then the week after, we're going to have basically just a music-a-thon is what I'll call it, because we're just going to keep beaming people in, and we're going to be sharing music. And so we're going to be also working on this audio thing. I know I saw a comment from my friend Drew out there saying that the sound was a little muffly. So we're going to do a little check here in the next couple days. So stay tuned. And if you feel like you want to be a special guest on the show, please let me know. Send us an email. We love having people on here, and it's been fun just hanging out, getting to know a little bit more about each other, and sharing some cool songs and prayers. So stay tuned for next week. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching and hanging out. Much love. See you later.